you're the real hero. To build these really organic, relationships, you need time and you need shared space and shared experiences. A lot of these folks, when they houses, they're going through a shared struggle, or steel is forged in the fire. They're going through this, shared experience. It's just like when my son played football, right? The relationships that he has with the people that he played football with is going to be unlike anything else that he would have with anybody else ever. Plenty of guys that go to the military, right? The guys that they serve with, that relationship is going to be unlike anything else that they're going to have with anybody ever, right? You can have people, they can come, right? And I'm not cautious. I can pop my tent over there and pretend for 6 months. It's not going to be the same. It's me pretending, right? Until I have no options, it's not going to be the same. And so, it tends to be the more money you have, the more isolated people get. Because if I can do it by myself, I'll do it by myself. And the more poverty, kind of like the community is, the more they just tend to rely on each other because we need each other. We just find that it would be nice if we could mesh the two, and we would just always need each other and be community based regardless, right? You always hear this saying. It says it takes a village to raise a child, and then we got rid of all the villages. Everybody's all in these silos. You get people don't know their neighbors and stuff like that, right? So where's the village? Where is it when the parent falters? Who picks up the child? And so, even in this house, this village, when I go over there, I will lose my child. Now the village is on 20 acres. We go, is it safe for your kids? I will go over there and lose my kid for 2 hours. I don't know where he at. He playing with the kids in the village. And you know what they're doing? They're playing on bikes, they're playing with sticks, they're playing war. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. You know what I mean? They're doing kid stuff. You know what I mean? And so, really, really community centric, right? And so, when people come in with these projects, they come into communities, right? The time to come into a community was about 10 years before you wanted to do your project in a community. The problem is, you didn't know you was gonna do the project 10 years ago. So how do we get there, right? Typically you find somebody in the community that you align with, right? Or that sees value in that. But then they have to take the stick and run with it, right? They have to be the lead. They have to run with it. And so here we have, Ian says, hey, we can do this project, get this grant from the EPA. We can bring in these microgrid solar farms, microgrids and containerized climate controlled farming. Would you be interested? And I said, hell yeah, I'd be interested. I said, you know why? Because we working with a lot of the houses community. What we're really looking at is I don't know if you guys do the Pareto principle thing. I do this 80-20 thing. It's my favorite thing in the world. And so a lot of the people in this community, we need them to get more jobs and make more money. And we're looking at folks like Auntie Joey and Auntie Joanna. They're not making more money. Auntie Joanna walk a little bow-legged like this, and she the cutest thing in the whole wide world. I love her to death. She's not making more money. She's not going back to school. Whatever she has is what she has. And so we attacked it from the other end, and we said, how do we bring down the cost of living far enough so that the money that they have is enough, right? And so if you apply the Pareto principle, we say, how do you go after the 20% of your bills that take up 80% of your money? Oh, rent. Okay, so we built in such a way that we can bring down the cost of living. We did a whole bunch of fundraising, and so far we are debt free. We paid off the land, so we don't have a mortgage that we got to push onto the onto the residents. Hopefully we can come out of this at the end. And so we're looking at, we're guessing 200, 250, that's the current guess, a month rent in Hawaii. you can afford that if you're collecting Social Security, right? And we're hoping to go down. Now, if we can come in with microgrids, and this is why the microgrids is very, very, very important to me. If we can come in with microgrids, we can offset the cost of electricity, because that's number 3. The second one is a car, and that's optional. I talked to Ed Stiffin that was here the other day. He's awesome. I said, can I get a bus stop in front of our property? That would be great. But number 3 would be food and electricity. They fight. And Ian said, oh, we can do microgrids and containerized farming. I said, look at you. Attack number 3 and 4. One crap. And so, maybe that 200 or 250 comes down to 100 or 150. Right? Can we grow food to feed the people? One. But now if we can control the environment. Oh wait, maybe I should be on another clicker. Oh, you see my other regime? You guys, this is a very leadership. This is very, I like this. The best ruler is barely known by his people. That's the leader. He do something not heavy-handed. He do something, I don't even know what it is. He just do some kind of magic. But at the end, the idea is that they enable the people. So at the end of the day, the people says, look, we did it all by ourselves. And the leader fall back, and he allows the people to be enabled and feel that. And that's how you know that as a leader you won, when your people is enabled and say, look, we did it all by ourselves. See, now we're back on go back around. I want to talk about that first. Give a man a fish, right? Feed him for a day. Teach a man a fish, feed him for a lifetime. Right? We all heard that. So, when Ian comes and he says, hey, we can do microgrids, we can offset the cost of electricity, and we can offset the cost of food. That's awesome. They came, they talked to, Kaala Farms that was, presenting on Wednesday. We are under the same grant. Kaala Farms is, educational, cultural learning facility. They have their focus. We, is moving houses folks off the thing. And it's a great example of how, coming under one umbrella, you can hit multiple different things in one single community. And that was awesome. We're not too much on the educational thing. I want to feed a lot of people very fast, the most efficient way possible. And, employing the best tech that we can. And so, we had this guy, we used to build these, I don't know if you guys eat poi. You guys eat poi? You never did try poi? Yeah. Some guys gonna eat that and go, what the hell you guys eating? But they make them with the stone, and they pound the board. And so you had this guy, and he makes the stones, but he makes it with grinders and everything. You can do it the old-fashioned way, right? And do it the stone and you grind them. But Duffy would do with these grinders, and he said, if two men could, two men would. So I hope if two men could, two men would this fella too. But we're looking at offsetting the cost of food for the people, being able to maybe grow stuff that you cannot grow in a way. For instance, you cannot grow actual for real. You can grow strawberries; they're gonna taste like crap, but you can grow them. Strawberries that you actually want to eat, blueberries, things that you need to drop the temperature in order to grow well. We would be able to do that. Processed foods, which would open up. Somebody said agro-tourism at some point to me, which I thought was kind of interesting. But the bottom line is it opens up a whole lot of opportunities. And so what we essentially doing is taking, one of these very challenged communities and putting them on almost the cutting edge using technology. I look like this. Sorry, I was born with the face. I did two things in life mostly. One was on serial trucker, which looked like I did. And the other was write software application, database software applications, which don't look like I did. So I'm a nerd, but in hiding. And I always believe that technology is a great equalizer, right? With the right amount of websites and the right amount of communications, you don't know that I have one guy operating like one whole entire organization, you know, and I can do that. And so hopefully we're able to bring in and implement the right technologies in a way that, you know, we can, you know, provide a lot of food for a lot of people, but also bring in the education to continue to do this, not only for the village, but also for, you know, some of the local schools and stuff going forward. And experiment and learn because we have to, and do all of that while still implementing the spirit of aloha that brought us to where we are. And a picture of our cool little phase 1 and phase 2. That's for no reason other than I just like to show a picture. So I think I got to the end of it. I'm sorry if that took forever. Did that take forever? No?